So today I like to bring your attention meditation and especially joy and happiness what arise from meditation. And should we avoid this joy and happiness, like to be careful, or maybe let me be careful not to develop too much attachment to meditation, or should we increase and develop this joy and happiness? So interesting question, yeah? Maybe we can start from the general obstacles, like what are the obstacles to get liberation, what are the obstacles to get nibbana. And in references to this, we have dārukkhandh'opama sutta in Samyutta Nikaya 35.241. So it's a simile of the log. Maybe many of you maybe know. So once the Buddha stay together with the Sangha near the Ganga, near the Genji, river, and he asked the monks, like, "Oh, bhikkhu, can you see the log? There is a big log just flowing, flowing the stream of the river." And they say, "Yes, Bhante, we can." And he say, "Okay, if this log don't veer to one shore, don't veer to another shore, don't sink in the middle, don't pop up or stand in the dry land in the middle, or if he would not be grasped by the human, or if he not would be grasped by the non-human, or if he would not be grasped by whirlpool, in the water there is a whirlpool, or the last thing, if he would not be rotten inside, so this kind of 8 condition, then he would successfully, it would successfully reach the ocean." And why is this? Because the Ganga river, it's sloped towards the ocean. So it's naturally, the stream goes towards the ocean. And he say, in the same way, exactly the same way, if a bhikkhu or a practitioner, so if he not veer to one of the shore or another shore, if he not sink in the middle, if he not pop up in the dry land, if he not be grasped by the human or by a not human, or if he not be grasped by the whirlpool, or if he would not be rotten inside. So in the same way, he would attain nibbana. And why is this? He asked, why is this? Because if a person have a right view, it's naturally lead him to nibbana. It's naturally sloped towards nibbana if the person would overcome all these obstacles, what we discussed. And then some monks ask him, "Oh, Bhante, it's very beautiful simile, but we don't understand what it means. Please explain us." He say, "Okay." So he say, this shore and other shore in this simile means internal and external sense base. So if I would say identify with eye, with a ear, or even with a mind, or I identify with experience what I have. I see something, I say, "Oh, I see this, it's very nice view, I see." So kind of identification and also attachment, this both aspects. Then to be sink in the middle, the Buddha say it's nandiraga, delight and joy, or delight and lust. So any kind of delight. And okay, we discuss this later, which kind of delight we speak about. But in general speaking, it's cover any delight, any kind of delight and grasping or clinging. It means you sink down, and if you stuck there, you cannot reach the far shore. You cannot reach nibbana in this case. And this is the image of when the log come on the dry land, pop up. It's the same as he say asmimana. Asmimana, it means conceit I am. I see I am like this, or I listen to the Dhamma and I understand the Dhamma. Or I speak about Dhamma. Oh, what a nice Dhamma talk. I did this. So this is the thing what abstract person to reach Nibbana. So be grasped by the human, what it means. So it means too much attach or too much associate with the human beings. So in case of monastics, it would be if monks stay somewhere in seclusion and he engaged involved in things what happening in the village, in the village happening some activities or some good things or bad things. So his personal well-beings very depend on the village. So in the same way, I would say that even if a person stay in the world, like lay person, but practice the Dhamma and try to follow the Buddha's teaching, I think also it can be the obstacle if person too much attached with society, too much like follow like what's happening, like let's say in my case, I'm from Russia, yeah, and nowadays something happening there, like some kind of war, and if I would be like suffer of this, like what's happening with my home, like, and because of this I cannot really practice, I cannot like do anything, so this can be obstacle. Again, it doesn't mean I shouldn't have compassion and I should like help if I can to help with some, like, I don't know, Dhamma advice or whatever, even physical help. But it means like mentally be detached, mentally don't have a grasping and clinging. And then he say, what means be grasped by non-human beings? So it means like one person attach and aspire to become a deva in the next life. So he just do some good things like give dana, follow like morality and sila, or even practice some meditation, but with a main goal in the mind, or may I become a god in the next life, yeah, or may I attain the heaven and be there like forever and ever. So this kind of aspiration. Of course, like if I aspire to go there, it means I cannot reach nibbana, yeah, like, and Buddha doesn't say it's a bad thing, it shouldn't be aspired, but this is an obstacle of reaching the nibbana. And one more thing, it's be catched by whirlpool. So in this case, Buddha says it means five strings of sensual pleasure. So if I kind of indulge in sensual pleasure, it means I also cannot reach nibbana, of course. And antaputi, the last one, be rotten inside. It means like the person kind of pretend to be someone, but actually he not. Like in case of monastic, like if I pretend to be a monk, like I wear a robe, I like speak about Dhamma, but I actually don't practice anything, and I just like, impure, corrupted monk. Or in case of even like, if person live in the world, lay person, yeah, but he pretend to be a practitioner, he pretend to be a virtuous person, he is like, but he is not, So this kind of, when the piece of lock, it's look from outside, it's look okay, but actually we open and it's rotten inside. So this means, and you see, there are a lot of obstacles of reaching nibbana, and yeah, from one perspective, we spoke about nandi raga, delight and joy. Like it can be obstacle. And even in meditation, in some stage, you have to let go of this. So in some more advanced stage of meditation, this kind of joy and happiness need to be abandoned. But it's not like you need to be afraid of this. Like, because I heard from Bhante Arya this kind of similar. When the person sits and beg for food, he don't have anything for it. And another person come to him and told like, you need to be careful with like indulging in luxurious sensual pleasure. You need to be careful. Like when you drive Ferrari, you need to be careful. It's very dangerous. Like this person cannot even don't even have a food to eat. So yeah, this is a good advice. Don't be indulged in luxury, but it's not timeless advice. It's not applied to this person right now. This person would learn his lesson in future if he would become rich. And then he would learn, okay, attachment to this is also unsuitable. So in the same way, like when you practice meditation, it's because it's important to do it again and again. In meditation, like to develop good qualities, what we need to develop, we need to do it again and again. And for some people, like for myself as well, and I know many people who need some kind of carrot, to do something, you need some benefit, and benefit what you can experience and you can rely on. So joy and happiness in meditation, it can be good carrot in this case. It can be good, in a way, like kind of benefit. And if you get this, even like a little bit, you try to do it again and again. Yeah, like if it's a good and pleasant, why would not? If it's like painful, yeah, some people can do it, but how long you can do something painful and what didn't bring you joy? So, and in the sutta, they call this like two words. There is the word pamoja, and there is the word piti. So, and commentators say that pamoja, it's a dubala piti on Pali. It means like it's a weak piti. So here we see the dependence. Like pamoja, it's kind of joy, like I would say light pleasantness or joy, mental. And piti is a strong rapture, strong strong delight and rapture. And in the sutta, like, we see the way that, like, to develop samadhi especially, we need to develop pamoja. So pamoja lead to piti, lead to samadhi. So this road we can see in different contexts, in many different, like, how you come to pamoja, it's another way. But from pamoja to strong samadhi, this kind of road, it's a highway. If you reach pamoja and if you know that this highway leads to samadhi, you are there. So you just need to do it again and again. And again, if it's pleasant, why not? Yeah, why I would not do it again and again if it's pleasant? So, and interesting things, like, when I'm sure in Malaysia as well, but like in, let's say, dollar, like $1 equivalent to 100 cents or something like this. Like there is a small coin, 100 these small coins mean like equal to $1. I'm sure in Malaysia, like 1 ringgit equal to something. I just don't know this word. So in the same way, we may say like 1 piti equal to 5 pamoja. I mean, it's a kind of half joke, I mean, of course, it's not like this, but from some sutta we can see that, like, if you develop pamoja in this and that area, it can lead you to piti. So one of the examples we have in Sāmaññaphala sutta. This sutta speak about gradual training, gradual approach, and we know, like, when the person develop sila, develop sense restraint, he come to abandoning of five hindrances. So, and then I think all of you know this famous similes of 5 hindrances. When, like, sensual desire give a simile of debt. When person have a debt, I came to bank and take a lot of money and I feel in debt. So it's the same feelings as have a strong sensual desire, because, like, you need to kind of, as far as it's possible, abandon it, just reduce it somehow by indulging in sensual pleasure or by letting go. I mean, we don't speak about method, but these feelings of a debt, it's like very unpleasant feelings. Then ill will or hatred equal with disease, like, or sickness. So we may say, like, person, like, sick, like, who have anger, he may act and then he's like, oh, what I done, like. So then tinamita, it's like sloth and torpor, or like laziness and these kind of things. It's equal to like prison. One person in prison, like, he cannot go anywhere. And when I feel laziness, I don't have energy. I like in prison. I cannot go. I cannot practice. So then next one, it's uddacha kukucha. It's like agitation or worry or restlessness. It's equal to slavery. So when person cannot be a master of himself, like when I cannot go where I want, like someone tell me where I have to go. So it's the same way when I, like, agitated or worry, this agitation and worry tell me what to do. Like, oh, I worry about this and I go there. I worry about that, I go there. So I cannot be like master of myself. And the last one, it's a doubt, like, and doubt equal to like long journeys through the desert. Like when the person goes through the desert, and it's a dangerous journey, and he unsure when it's finished, like when the next, like, let's say, water well, or like oasis, they call it. So it's not clear, and like it's very dangerous. And the same way, when person overcome, he kind of free from this. And interesting things, why I bring it up, in the end of every like chapter, when the Buddha describe each hindrances, he say, by abandoning exactly this hindrance, person can get pamoja. Person can get this like comfortableness and joyfulness, and there is a 5 hindrances, 5. He get 5 pamoja, and this lead to piti, So, and this road, we may kind of remember this road. And what I mean by road, it's like when person abandon 5 hindrances, he develop like pamoja. When he have pamoja, piti arise. For person who have a piti, body passaddhi comes, so body become tranquil, body become settled. For someone who have a tranquil body, like sukha arise, like happiness, ease, it's comfortable feelings. And for someone who in comfort, he may develop the strong samadhi. So he may settle his mind and concentrate his mind and put it in one place. So, and one more thing to develop, like go exactly this road from Pamoja, from Pamoja to Piti and to Samadhi. In another sutta, Buddha say that there is a 5 objects or 5 grounds for liberating the mind. And the grounds are, one thing is like when I listen to the Dhamma, when someone preaches the Dhamma, because of this I penetrate the meaning, I go deeply to the meaning, and because of this Pamoja arise. And because of Pamoja, the road is exactly the same. It's just like almost copy and paste. Pamoja leads to Samadhi. So, but interesting, the ground can be different. One thing from like abandoning the 5 hindrances, another thing just from listening to the Dhamma and penetrating the Dhamma. So it was the first one. Second one, when I preach the Dhamma, when I understand the Dhamma and I preach Dhamma to someone, same way I can deeply penetrate the meaning and Pamoja can arise, and it can lead me to Samadhi. Then when I recite the Dhamma, when I do chanting, and also I penetrate the meaning, not just chanting as a beautiful music or like melody. No, I penetrate the meaning, and because of this, I understand the Dhamma, and Pamoja can arise, and so on. And when I like penetrate Dhamma intellectually, when I think and reflect on the Dhamma, so this also can lead to Pamoja. And the last one, just like meditation object. So any kind of meditation object, of course, like when you penetrate it, when you understand it, when you try to apply your wisdom to it, then you understand this, and this leads to Pamoja. So what I wanted to show you is that it's important, like for at the beginning stage and like quite far to advanced stage, to develop this Pamoja, to develop this piti, to develop joy and happiness in meditation. To don't hesitate to develop this, because Buddha say like it's nothing to do with sensual pleasure. We need to develop it. We need to rely on this, and this would be the tool. This can help to do it again and again, and like to make this engine run and just like turn on just by the push on the button, and you're already there, and then you can investigate. You can apply your mind to some like vipassana investigation. But to develop the skill, attain there to this stage without hindrances fast, we need to have some gratification, we need to have some joy. So I wish all of you to develop this quality to like overcome hindrances and enjoy in meditation practice. Sadhu, sadhu.